Hello students, today's topic is joint Hindu family business. It is the oldest form of business found only in India. Only in India. So this form of business, there is a act, Hindu Succession Act 1956. In 1956, this act was passed that such type of business has got the recognition from the government. Earlier it was not recognized. Business was running although, but it was not recognized by government. Now it is recognized as well as registered. So the act is the key source for all the information about such type of business. And if there is any dispute regarding any material fact, then dispute can be settled through this act only. It is the main guideline. And what actually happens in this business? It is a traditional form of business where the head of the family runs the business with his generally the family members, means the brothers only. Earlier the females were not having such right, which was now amended. So only male members can run the business with ancestral property. So first of all we will see the key terms. It is also named as HUF, Hindu Undivided Family Business. In this business, the eldest male member is known as Karta. He takes all the decisions and his decisions are binding upon all the co-partners. So what are co-partners? Co-partners are other male members of joint Hindu family business, except Karta. For example, there are three brothers A, B and C, and A is eldest, say 50 years of age, B is 45 years of age, C is 40 years of age, then A will become the Karta and B and C will become co-partner. So, the eldest person of joint Hindu family business is known as Karta and other members are known as co-partners. It is similar to partners, but we cannot use the word partner here. We have to use the word co-partners. Then there must be some ancestral property in their business which they receive from their forefathers. If it is a self-generated property, it will not be considered a joint Hindu family business. Next point is minor. Who is minor? Minor is that person who does not attain the age of 18 years. But here, because it is a family business, so the membership to the minor person is given when he take birth in the family. Means it is the only form where a child can become the member. In any other form it is not allowed. There are two different schools of thought, Mitakshara and Dayabhaga also. Earlier they were applicable, now they are useless. What happened there or what was the condition? Mitakshara is used all over the India and Dayabhaga used only in West Bengal. Here only male member can become the co-partners or Karta. Here females are allowed. So these are the old provisions. Now Mitakshara and Dayabhaga are useless because after 2005 we have amendment in the Hindu Succession Act or Hindu law that irrespective of gender, everyone can become the karta or co-partner in their joint Hindu family business. In 2008, it is very clearly stated by the Supreme Court of India that we cannot uh, refuse any female member to become the karta of the business or head of the business. They will have equal share as compared to their counterpart males. So now Mitakshara and Dayabhaga is useless. There is a gender equality law. Now we have some features of joint Hindu family business and how we have to form it. So for formation, at least 2 persons are required. One male and one female. They will marry and their grandchildren will run the business. So minimum number of member is 2 persons. And what is the maximum number? That is 3 generations. 3 successive generations. And what is the condition? Ancestral property. Means they must receive the property or the business from their ancestors or forefathers. Then they can register their business under Hindu Succession Act 1956 and carry on their activities. Next point is liability. Liability is of 2 types. Liability for karta. Who is karta? Karta is the head of the joint Hindu family business who takes all the decision, and every co-partner is bound to follow his orders. So actually the karta is responsible for the whole business, therefore his liability will be unlimited. And other members are co-partners. Their liability will be limited because what is going on in the business is the sole discretion of karta. So if there is any loss, co-partner will pay only their share. But if karta have some additional property, self-generated property, he will have to pay out of that property also. So there is a big difference between the liabilities of karta and co-partners. Karta have unlimited liabilities and co-partners have limited liability. The next point is control. The 100% control of such business is held with the karta. Karta control all the activities of the business and others have to just follow his orders. Next is continuity. I have told you that 3 successive generations can continue such type of business. After this, family tree can become very complex, so that's why it is generally seen that 3 generations can continue such business. And last point is members, minor members. Minor member can be admitted by birth in the family. It is the only form where a minor have to just take a birth in the family and he becomes he or she becomes a member of the business. Although he does not or is not able to perform any activity of the business, but he will be considered as a co-partner. So this is all about the joint Hindu family business. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Thank you, students.